Got us another deck profile with a Pandora girl in the box, and this is the dark one. This is the one that discards the hand, and she flips by paying 5, which is 2 and a black and a yellow and 3 colorless, and then your opponent discards their entire hand. And the rest is going to go to Andrew and his deck.
Alright, so this is pretty much your standard control list, but with some slight changes that I made because I don't like the standard control things. It's certain cards that I just hated drawing, and that then I decided there are better things I can play against the control matchup after I, flip Pandora, discard your opponent's entire hand. So we're just going to start with all the removal because the removal is pretty standard for a control deck. 4 Thunder. Yep, it's Thunder. Can't not play Thunder. 4 Flames, because it's Flames, the same reason. 4 Stoning to Death. Those are all of the removal spells, and I play 2 Dream of Juliet, and this serves a dual purpose in this deck, which I will explain later. The first, of course, is to remove enchantments like Necronomicon, which I don't play, because every time I play Necronomicon in my locals, everyone plays green, so I just get my graveyard seeked anyway, so yeah, I may move Necronomicon to the side. Since it's Pandora, you can't not play Spiral of Despair. The card's way too good. This game's pretty much into Turok. With Spiral of Despair, you gotta play the creature that goes with it. You gotta play Set the Arbiter. Set the Arbiter is pretty damn good. And there's I guess you could say there's some kind of sub-theme to this deck, which will be explained later, and which is also the reason I play 4 Cinderellas, because I really like Cinderella, and with all the green, it's really helpful for clearing a lot of dudes. I also play 3-0 for the same reason I play Cinderella, because when I clear my opponent's dudes, Set the Arbiter just gets these back if I just constantly play them and sacrifice them. And I play 3 Carmilla, not 4. Yeah, every time I see Carmilla in my opening hand, I mulligan, send her back, and I just don't like seeing her in the opening hand. Alright, so this is pretty much like standard control things that you would see in a standard control deck. So, I'm going to go to the ultra cute shit now. Like, I just decided that this would work instead of Laura the Bloodspeaker. I play Jeanne d'Arc. Now, Jeanne d'Arc, the Awakening Purity, is a creature that she's a creature that when she enters that prevents the first damage done to every human on board, or to any human or fantasy, once per turn. So she'll negate the first damage done to her. She negates Flames of the Outer World. Pandora's a human, Zero's a human, Cinderella's a human, Set the Arbiter's a human, and you can also use Dream of Juliet to recycle that effect. So if your opponent plays a Flames and she negates the first Flames, after that resolves, you can use Dream of Juliet on Pandora, or Dream of Juliet on Jeanne, and then it will also reset her effect, if you will. But this is only 36 cards. The kicker's pretty good card. It says you can put a non-spell fantasy card from your hand into play. So this is my fantasy choice for Gilderay, the Golden Dragon. Rains fiery death from above, descends, and really wins when you're top decking, because the reason I play this and this instead of Laura and Mephistopheles is I can always get a Carmilla or a removal spell or something like that to deal with most things in the control matchup, and this here takes care of the aggro matchup right here. This generally does. But if you flip Pandora in the control matchup and have discarded your opponent's entire hand, they have to top deck outs to this guy. And that doesn't happen very often because he's got a 1200 booty, so like these are dead. They have to get a Stone to Death or a Carmilla and have the mana to play it.
And he can sacrifice stones.
Then even if they manage to get it out to kill him, he just comes back. And he's just way too good. So for this deck, the stones I'm playing may seem a little unbalanced for a standard control list because most would just play as many red-blacks as possible, but I'm only playing 3 of them. I'm playing 3 red-black stones. I'm playing 3 red-white stones. I was thinking of changing one of these red-white stones to one of the magic stones of the Moonlight, which is just pretty much a reflecting pool, because the deck, other than the turn 1 Thunder, there's not really much turn 1 plays this deck plays, so I can afford to play a reflecting pool. And it plays 4 black-white stones, magic stone of Heaven's Rift. These 7 white stones are mainly for getting her out, because I really like having her on board in control matchups, because it just screws a lot of things up. She eats usually the first kill spell, or she'll just pave the way for Gilderay to come in if your opponent has tapped out on turn 4 and you've just flipped 4 white stones in a row. Seems pretty good. Also, like in my side, I generally play 2 additional Dream of Juliet, because the dual purpose this card serves in the deck is just too amazing because you can have Gilderay summon him. You can have Jean summon him, attack with Gilderay. Gilderay attacks for, like, I would say about 1,600, and then you can just use Dream of Juliet on him. He comes in untapped, and then he can attack again because he has haste. It's pretty good. It's like, these are just the things that I like about the deck. Most people would play probably Laura with her. I just couldn't find any space for Laura. If I could find space for Laura, I would play it, but I like all the humans and the fact that she has synergy with this portion of the creatures here.
Thanks for the profile, Andrew.
Yes. All right.
It's interesting, and peace.